what the big statue was too.
Having trouble remembering.
God.
I remember it opened up
Something.
like some sort of void when we got too close to it.
It did open up a void trying to pull you into the shadow realm.
Oh, that's kind of creepy.
It opened up a portal kind of vacuum.
Oh, that's right. Now I remember.
And
the
in this
squishy
world,
tried to
they
jump
call
in.
the Shadow Realm, or Shadowfell, or Shadow Realm. They call it the black, and they call the Feywild the green. So it attempted to pull you into the black.
It was nasty.
I mean, I was totally drawn in.
You were getting the ultimate hug.
Mm.
It was not that good. Not that good hug.
Not that good hug. You were gonna get mouth hugs.
Well, not that good mouth hug.
So the statue, was it of anyone in particular? Please tell me it wasn't Vandor.
Who?
It was not.
It was not Vandor. Okay. Well, that's good.
So you guys are still in a state where I will not punish you for not knowing what my descriptive language was. But so the statue itself was kind of a crude, very rudimentary stone statue. It kind of looked handcrafted by, goblin artisans, so tons of attention to detail and all of that. But it was a strangely humanoid figure that had a black serpent wrapped around it. The humanoid figure, for whatever reason, some of the proportions seemed weird. Limbs seemed a little bit elongated, just didn't seem quite right.
Giant cock.
Huge wang.
Oh my.
That turned into the black snake that went all the way around him, and that's where the whole correlation turned into one.
Tentacle porn.
Exactly.
Nice.
My other game had to deal with that on Friday.
Most games.
They had to fight a zombie kraken. A zombie kraken tried to sink their ship.
Ew.
And I made tentacle minis out of Sculpey. So I did tentacle porn right.
Ew.
All right, solid enough recap. I got you back on that second floor going up. And let's go ahead and introduce your characters around the table, starting in alphabetical order by player name. Yeah.
Dear God, what?
So Decimus is first? No, Bertome is first.
Player name.
Good player name.
Player name.
Oh.
Or no, sorry, character name. I apologize. I meant character. Rick had it right. I appreciate you hearing what I meant, not what I said.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Bertome?
Bertome.
No, just kidding. Wait,
Trying to get people to learn player names.
Yes, Bertome.
Who's got an A? Because it's not me.
Who here is Aaron A. Aronson?
Aaron Aronson.
A 11111A.
Okay, so I am Bertome of the House Saihan, and I'm a human noble and a crossbowman.
All right, I am Decimus Ravenswood, and I speak lots of different languages, and I bumble into traps.
Very appropriate. I'm Jack, not to be confused with another Jack. Druid, urban druid, not so much, more street smart than nature smart. You're fun-loving, giving out hugs and berries to my baby birds.
I am Lock on an Open Door, Tabaxi Rogue from Talvar. I love taking berries as a baby bird, and I chase fancies from hither to thither.
And Lock on an Open Door made an appearance in our Friday night game as an NPC. It was DM'd by the Closet Gamer, and the voice was just as good as it is here.
Nice.
And Rogar also made an appearance.
He did.
Yeah, I'm still working on the Rogar voice, but and I am Rogar of the Tenerith clan. I am a Dragonborn paladin. I am currently wielding a shield and this new axe that appears crude but looks powerful.
Orcish black iron.
Orcish black, awesome.
So the handle's made of bone, isn't it?
Yeah, like it seemed like most of it was made of bone, except for like a chunk of black iron at the tip, I think.
Is that
the axe part? But
is that obsidian?
no,
Do I
it
remember
is
that
not.
right? It's not. Okay.
No.
Yeah, it's just black iron.
So Orcish black iron is essentially a crude kind of iron, and it's so crude that it essentially has little slivers in it.
Okay.
So when you're struck by it, it does more damage than a normal weapon, and the damage, if you crit, makes it so it's very difficult to heal.
Okay. Cool.
So think about it like a razor blade with tiny razor blade filaments in it that break off accidentally and slowly cause you more and more pain over the long haul.
Really ouchy.
Yeah, essentially it's the weapons. Orcs
Yeah,
were
make
great
sure I
at
wrote all
digging,
the stats down. Right.
so it's
It's like
mined
there's
at a
one-
very... What's up, dude?
Sorry, go ahead.
All right. It's mined at a fairly close to the surface area, and it's normally really poorly mined. But the metal itself has all kinds of debris in it, things like that. It tends to be it's appearing low quality. It's very hard to forge, so normally the axe doesn't look particularly pretty, and definitely doesn't help you with your to hit. But that son of a bitch hurts.
It's a fiberglass axe.
Kind of, sure.
It's a
I was making sure I had this.
fiberglass axe.
Yeah, it was a 1d8, right?
So it's a war axe, so it's either 1d8 or 1d10, depending on if you use it one-handed or two-handed.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
that's
you.
right. It's
Yeah,
versatile.
one-handed, so it's 1d8.
Yep. But you do have the option. Anytime you want to doff your shield, you can get rid of that son bitch and then go crazy with a two-handed weapon.
Fair point.
So that's the cool thing about all the versatile weapons in 5th edition, is now all of a sudden you do have a quick switch if you do want to get that two-handed weapon attack going on.
All right.
All right,
Sounds
well,
good.
you guys have control of your characters on the 2nd floor. If you guys are ready to go up to the 3rd, we'll move that way, but it's up to you.
Can I still control the fire?
Get rid
I
of the
think so.
fire.
Isn't it still...
Yep. I
All
still
right,
got the
cool.
fire.
I mean, I figure if you're going to burn the place down, you might as well have some control over where it goes.
Just because I was in a burning building doesn't mean that I burned the building down.
I mean, you
Do you
tried
want
very
me
hard
to
earlier.
snuff that again?
All right, guys. I'm a little hurt. Not really feeling great. So
You guys can take a short rest here if you want. You can
So
do
are
whatever
there,
you
are there
feel.
windows in this room?
There are no windows at all. This is a large clock tower, and because of that, the outside is made of kind of ornate, kind of cool-looking stone, but that means there are no places for windows.
Okay. So how did you handle my presence? Last
Or lack thereof?
or lack thereof.
So essentially, you were staying outside, making sure the coast was clear, and you just didn't know that they got into trouble.
Okay, cool, perfect. So it's
Never mind the screams.
that I will come kind of jogging up the stairs and around the corner, and I'll basically just kind of nonchalantly walk up and look at everyone and say, "Coast is clear. Everyone doing okay?"
coast not clear up here, buddy.
And just for Locke, here's the first room, or the first joint, first floor with the rats,
Yeah, the rats.
Really
The rats
brutal
were
rats in
everywhere.
and then they're up to the 2nd floor. So
You might see a lot of smoldering stuff on the way.
All right.
yeah, small piles of ash, burnt debris.
I see Bertone have a little bit of a singed robe.
Used to be rats.
I would think you are all taxi with all the dead rats down there. I see. I approve 100%.
Bad rats. Very bad rats. They don't like to listen.
They like to burn.
Don't like to listen. Bad rats. Bad.
Are we ready to go on up to the next level? I don't feel like
Did
taking
we
a
want to
rest
have
here.
a short rest?
I don't feel like taking a rest here is going to be a good idea.
Okay.
There just might be some nasty monsters. It might be perfectly safe.
It's
Oh,
not
the
perfectly
DM doing the
safe.
DM thing.
Yes, well, if we do proceed further, let me take the lead.
I'll follow up right behind you.
That's probably
Probably
a
not
better
best.
idea than me bumbling into all of the traps.
Yes, I see you're very headstrong, but very head weak.
All right, you guys head up to the third floor. You can tell there's a little bit of light up here. Not a lot, but there's definitely some dim light coming up underneath the orange door beside you. And there's a couple small candles in the room you come to. This looks like some kind of staging area or some kind of vestibule. You can see some areas with small amounts of tools on racks and small sacks of just miscellaneous odds and ends. Nothing that seems to be worth a whole lot of money, but things that like a low-level engineer would need to kind of keep a clock moving right. As you get up, there is a loud clicking and clonking and chipping of what you can only imagine is a gear and clock kind of situation.
Do you guys hear that?
Yes.
I mean, it sounds like a normal clock, right?
Wasn't this clock?
As far as
Wasn't
you know.
this clock stuck at a certain time?
I thought this place was abandoned a long time ago.
It was, and it was. And this clock moving thing is something that was not happening until you guys got into the building.
Yeah, something strange going on here.
We fixed it. I win.
There's all the rats.
We won D&D, guys.
We're the best.
I mean, congratulations, the campaign is over. You have fixed the clock tower. It's been lovely having you guys.
Let's roll
Where's
the credits. How do you want to do this?
Where's Doc Brown? I totally just need to give him a high five.
Locke,
Will?
what do you think? What do you see?
So you said it's basically just odds and ends in the room, tools, parts,
Tools, little
whatnot.
pots of grease, stuff like that.
And I assume there's a door.
The orange line on
The orange
right
line
of
is
the
a
map,
door.
it's a door.
Okay.
I'm still figuring out this Dungeon Painter Studio. I think I'm going to have better doors in the future, but this is what I got so far.
Okay. So I am going to cautiously approach the door, checking for anything down at my feet, anything kind of up at my head that would,
Right here.
maybe trigger as I approach the door.
All right. Go ahead and give me a investigate check.
I'll be right here. Decimus kind of points to where he's standing.
So Decimus chooses to actually be on unstable stairway instead of flat ground. Don't worry, I'm sure that'll be fine for your reflex checks.
Fine.
Don't worry.
It'll be fine.
All right, 21 investigation is fantastic. You can tell that there is, in fact, something on this door. It appears that it is above and up top of the door frame. The door frame itself seems like it's been kind of reworked somehow.
Okay. Is it like a? I assume it looks like a trap, or
Your guess
something.
is it's something to deter you, and it also does not look. It looks recently pulled up, so the molding looks like it's been recently removed. Not like this was a feature of the original clock tower.
Okay. And is there any maybe like mechanical pulley system that I can tell? Like if I pull back the molding or anything like that, anything that I can see there.
All right, you're willing to pull back the molding?
Yes, carefully. Stand
All right.
back, everybody.
Give me an acrobatics check to pull back the molding.
It's going to bark your fingers. Watch
DC
it.
10, you're doing it okay. You can tell behind the molding, there is actually some kind of vials of fluid. That looked like as you open that door, something would pour out onto you, almost like a child putting a bucket of water above the door for his parents coming home.
Yes. I believe this is booby trapped with some sort of acid.
It's trapped.
I am fairly certain it looks like, unless someone really wanted to lubricate this door, I do not believe that to be the case, though. Someone does not want us to go further.
Why would you lubricate a door?
So it doesn't squeak, of course.
It doesn't creak.
Never had creaky doors where you're from.
No,
I usually use goose fat for that, but
we had house elves to take care of all of that for us.
Aye, Richards. So would I have any inclination as to how I might disarm it? I'm assuming it is a trap, and I'm going in with the assumption that I am able to disarm it. So would I
If
know
you are
this?
assuming it is a trap, you think that the best way to stop it would be to put something in its way. So when you open the door, there was no longer free space. So more or less when you open the door now, there's nothing but open air and stuff will fall out. If you essentially had something to block it still, it would not come out.
So are we talking like my initial thought was like melt wax and create kind of a cocoon around it.
I think that would make a lot of sense.
All right.
We do have candles in here.
Yeah,
Not sure how long.
I've got some candles in my pack,
But there were candles in the room as well.
and there's candles in the room, so I would assume I want to take those first, because I like my candles. Let us use this man's. And
Sounds good.
and there's a source of flame.
I got
There are
flame.
lit candles in the room right now, and obviously Rick can burn a whole house down. So
And our squishy
Where's
friend
your
over
fire?
there,
I'm
he
gonna
likes
snap my
to use
fingers.
fire.
I'm gonna snap my fingers and bring some, like, just a little bit of flame between
I
my
snuff it.
fingers. I'm gonna snap them again.
snuff it again. What
All
did I
right, so
tell
yeah,
you?
I'm gonna kind of position the candles in there so they melt down onto the contraption and encase it in melted wax.
yeah, you can definitely encase them, and you are pretty sure that that thing is going to open without letting anything inside go bad.
Okay,
She's ready.
this was my idea, so I will go through the door first.
I'll follow up close behind.
I'm gonna move into the room and still stay back a little bit.
Yes, as you kind of move up the stairs, hold my paw back and say, "Stay back. You're not looking so well." So placing my hand on the well, first I'm gonna look at the hinges. Is it gonna open in or out?
It's going to open out.
Out.
So
Okay.
open away
perfect.
from you.
All right. So
Prepare for ambush.
slowly turn the knob.
Prepare for ambush.
Is it open?
Okay. It opens. It's unlocked.
It opens. So I'm gonna slowly open it up and maybe about 6 inches and peek in just as far as I can see that way. And then if I don't see anything of threat, I'm gonna open it a little more so I can peek my head through stealthily.
So 6 inches, that's about what you see.
That's what she said.
All right. So I will stealthily, still, very slowly open the door out and try and find any shadows that I can kind of slip into as I step into the room.
All right, that barrel's going to be your best option.
All right. So yeah, I will. Sorry, my roll 20 is going extremely slowly. Yeah, so I'll kind of
Look over the door.
as I open the door and kind of slink behind this barrel, peek over and see what I see.
And you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
All right. So in front of you, let me see where you're at. I guess you get this as well. All right. So you see what looks like a royal bodyguard with the colors of the kingdom, but jet black eyes and throbbing black veins.
No.
Huge arms. Huge
Those guys.
arms and a 5 o'clock stubble that you'd never see in an elite guard. Just looks half in it, half out of it. And then you see this strange black shadowy figure. There we go. Come on, there we go. The strange black shadowy figure almost looks like part gas. He doesn't look like he's entirely of this plane. He seems half in and half out. And behind him, you see Duke Blackner tied up to the clock mechanism. As the clock slowly ticks, you see a kind of rigged guillotine situation coming towards his neck.
Are we talking seconds or minutes?
You're talking minutes.
Okay. So I am going to motion. I'm going to do my military, like, they probably might not understand what I'm saying, but I'm like, 2, that way, kill him. Rogar, you're probably the only one that can see me do that.
Yep.
Yeah. Me too.
And what I'm going to do is very, very quietly unsheath a dagger and prepare to throw it at the guardsman.
I'm going to make a hand signal to the person who's not standing behind me.
That one?
That's the guardsman, he said, so.
Okay.
I mean, if you guys are ready to attack, we can go ahead and get into initiative. If you guys have anything else you want to do out of combat, you let me know.
Castellele.
Yeah, I mean, Locke is ready to go.
If you cast a spell that has verbal components, you are starting melee. So you can do that as a bonus action, but you will lose any kind of surprise that you may have.
I'll wait till we start in.
I'll wait then.
All right, then go ahead and give me initiative, guys. It sounds like you guys are getting ready to rough and tumble.
All right. Oops, I got to set myself first.
Make sure you click on your icons or whatever you have to do to make them go into the thing and the stuff.
Ooh.
Hey, that worked out.
How are you
Rogar,
last?
nice initiative.
All right, for Tome, we got you a.
You guys are all going to be in there. I'm like, okay, on me. Ready?
Hey, Andrew, is there any way that I can see everybody else's names on the turn order?
No.
Right now it just shows myself and then the Black Hole Sun.
Well, Black Hole Sun isn't here anymore. Neither is Won't You Come or anything else. No, I don't know
Just
how
saying.
to make this out.
No,
It
only the
doesn't look
DM
like-
can see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does have the images, though, so that's
Sure.
fairly helpful.
It's better.
All right. How about last time? So, Jack, what'd you get? You got an 8?
Sir.
Why do I have... Okay, there we go. Your old one is up here still. I get it. I did not clear this out. That's my bad. Bad DM.
Amazing DM.
I would have thought after
Shame.
this long, stuff would be, hey, Rogar, good job getting a 3 again. All right,
There's
there
that
we go.
-1 dex pulling through.
Okay.
Are you rolling actual dice, Andrew?
I pre-roll everything based on dexterity for my monsters.
Cool.
He just like hiding his rolls.
So it saves a lot of time. I do it in my regular games as well. So as soon as I pick a monster, I get their initiatives, and then I go ahead and pre-roll it. That way, I know right where they fit in.
And then the ambush at the bottom.
Other.
Well, I can't tell you what other is until you get there. All right, Bertome, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and move around into the room. Can I see up here? Is it dark?
Yeah, it's dark.
Okay, then I'm gonna ready an action to shoot a bad guy when I can see it.
Yeah, if you don't have a light source, you're in trouble.
Don't worry, buddy. You're about to have a light source.
What I figured. Pretty soon the whole
Okay.
clock tower will be a light source.
Lock on an open door.
Okay. So I am going to peek up over the barrel and let one of my daggers fly at the guard.
Yep, the shadow knight.
And then quickly hide back down.
All right.
Arrgh.
This guy is in chainmail with a shield and a mace. So you
Nine's not
going
to hit anything.
Nope.
I mean, 9
You want to try to duck back? You can go ahead and give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Stealthy as fuck.
The Shadow Knight comes lumbering this way. And he kind of sets himself up. Steve, you can probably see him from there
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and fire.
because there's light coming out of the door. The door's open, so
Critical.
27 for sure hits.
There we go.
Crit.
Does it do the crit automatically? Why does it say 11 plus 2?
I don't know. How'd you have it set up?
I guess you have something set for the crit.
Yeah, the 2 is the crit die. So 11
Yeah.
is the normal damage, and then 2 is the crit.
Yep.
So 13 damage.
Only 2 for the crit. Wah, wah,
Okay.
wah.
It's 1d10.
He gets angry, and he actually points at you.
Uh-oh.
Oops, I rolled the wrong dice, but
Womp.
Oh, is that
I
what
mean,
that sound
he's
was?
not going to hit you with a +4 on top of that, so I'm going to go ahead and not re-roll. So, a black bolt of lightning essentially crackles right past you.
Shit.
Your hair stands on end and slowly starts to fall. You got a lot of hair lock. You actually get a little bit of that static electricity too.
Ooh.
A lot of hair on that one. So,
Ridiculous.
all right, Decimus, you sir are ready to go.
All right. You guys need some light. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I am going to fire my firebolt. It's dark over here, right? I can't see over there.
You cannot. No.
All right. Well, then I can see this guy.
You can.
I'm going to fire at him.
Cool.
But fire.
So let's go. Firebolt. 14 to hit.
14 does not hit this chainmail-clad knight.
Okay.
Do you have advantage?
I had it on, but it should not have been. So take the left-hand roll.
Cool.
14.
With a streak
Make sure,
of light, you get a little bit more that you see.
Did I hit anything back over here? Turn anything on fire?
No. Your firebolt's not going to cut unless there's like dry brush or something crazy like that.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about firing at the barrel I can't see, but I can't see it. So.
Yeah, and those are actually not barrels; those are cogs.
Okay, I thought they were barrels. I'm sorry.
That is all mechanisms to make the thing work.
Fair enough.
The
Gotcha.
clock. I eventually did find cogs, but it was after I already made this map. So again, I'm figuring out Dungeon Painter Studio slowly but surely.
Cool deal.
All good.
I
But that
miss.
is all apparatus.
Oh, wait, we can't. What is that?
Those are strange columns that look to be some kind of housing for the clock, because obviously there's a lot of weight on this side.
So those do block line of sight, though?
They do block line of sight, and they do go all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, okay.
The ceiling in this room is about 30 feet high.
Cool. Guys,
All right.
There's more bad guys over there.
So, on others' turn,
Bad guys.
this guy blinks out of here. You no longer see the strange, shadowy figure, but a guy comes from behind and begins chanting.
It's a rogue.
He is casting a spell on our good friend, the Knight.
On the bad guy night?
The bad guy
This guy?
Knight.
That dude?
Yeah.
All right. It is Jack's turn. Jack. There we go.
Check, attack. Bonus action, Shillelagh. And then I'm going to swing.
Cool.
Probably not going to hit.
11 does not hit. And you now see a little bit of what you assume the spell cast by the shaman behind the Knight is. There is a strange inky blackness 5 feet around the Knight. You have a difficult time leaving the Knight's space. You will have to make a strength check to get away from the Knight.
Sticky no.
Get it off, get it
Feels
off, get it
similar
off,
to
get it
that
off.
vortex that the statue had down below.
Oh, no. It's the statue all over again.
Ugh.
All right, Jack is done. Rogar, come Rogar us.
I can't believe you still
Oh,
have
right.
pronunciation on Shillelagh, or the spelling.
Say that again, Steve.
I don't remember how much health you have, Jack.
I have 17 because I ate my berries.
Nah, I gotcha.
Your belly is so full.
I'm so full right now.
Dude, he's the fattest druid in the world.
So fat.
I'm gonna
Part
just
giant,
move right
part chubby.
and then I'll get in the sticky stuff too. All right, beside you.
I'll say there's no way that you can get around it. I don't think.
Icky.
I'm gonna strike this guy with my brand new axe here. Wait, set it up right. 1 second.
Pain.
Oh shit, that's
There
gonna
we go. 22 do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
better.
21 does it.
And
10.
does that add the 1 to it already? Yeah, I think it
does.
does. So, yeah.
Well done. Good job adding that in. I wasn't sure if my custom stuff would get added very well.
Yeah, I think it added in automatically, but
It did. It says it right here. It looks great.
That's
nice.
It even says crit causes bleeding. I mean, that's
I am
fantastic.
gonna go ahead and take a bonus action, cast Shield of Faith on my good friend Jack over here. Give him +2 armor class.
All right. You are also now in the stick,
Yeah, but
so
you get +2
you will
armor
have
class?
a tough
Yes.
time leaving this night.
It's fine.
He didn't want to leave anyway.
As you look at this guy is definitely the Duke's bodyguard. They said that his bodyguard had gone missing with him. This guy has all the trappings of the Duke. It's still kind of half hanging off him. It almost looks like he's forgotten what his other things were. Things like belt buckle, stuff that was well kept, that looked bright, shining, looked very military, have fallen into disarray. His shirt's barely buttoned. Things are not quite like they should, and his armor's tarnished and slowly falling apart.
He's infected by the black.
All
Yeah.
right, top of the order,
Yeah,
it's
I think I'm more
Bertone.
here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm gonna get infected by this shit again, aren't I?
Can I tell if can I see the wizard guy in the back or the whatever spellcaster dude?
Do you have dark vision?
No.
You do not.
Okay, then I am just going to continue shooting at the knight.
Oh, no, Steve, I'm wrong. You can.
Okay.
5,
Oh,
10,
then
15, 20. No, you cannot. I'm sorry. You can see 20 feet out of the out from the door until somebody has a light
Okay,
source.
yeah. Yeah, I assume a 10 is going to miss that night.
10 is for sure going to miss that knight. The knight is an armor class 16.
Okay.
If you click on him, I added the armor class. That's
Not
We
for
can't
us.
see that.
Oh, that doesn't help.
All right.
Jared or something?
Doesn't help.
Can you see the name on the guy that's on the clock?
No.
Negative.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, that's lame. I thought that was super cool.
So if you double click on the token and then go into the advanced tab, I think there is an option where you can
see. Okay, here
players.
we go. Save changes. Can you see his name now?
There it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, that's
Our
awesome.
part
Thank
is
you very
solid.
much, Locke.
Cured by the fog of war, but
That's really cool.
Can you also do life bars for the party members? I feel like we had that going at some point.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, you
You
should
see
be able to do
yourself.
that.
What bar of the life? It's 3, right?
third bar, yeah.
I don't know if the middle of combat.
red one.
Yes, that works.
Yes.
We're messing around with stuff.
It'll take me a hot second. We're just getting started. I don't mind.
Oh, this is so much better.
We can learn to play D&D together, guys.
Yay.
Friends have to
Yeah.
learn together. All right.
That can be so helpful, man.
Dude, that's so nice. All right. All right. Go team. All right. Super neat.
All right.
All right. Bertome, way to miss like a giant lady face, and Locke, you are up.
Okay, so Locke sees Duke Blackner and all of a sudden has a bit of a feeling of concern for this dude. He probably doesn't really realize, timing and things like that. It's the heat of the moment. So he is going to vault. He's going to vault over this barrel and careen across the room towards.
Please remind yourself there is a 5-foot thing around that dude.
He doesn't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
Yep, don't know that.
Okay,
and so I'm gonna
totally set everybody.
run across the room using my feline agility.
All right. If
And
you do step within 5 feet of this guy, you got to give me a strength check, athletics check, or acrobatics check to get out.
I can do an acrobatics. I'll as I
DC 12.
okay, so as I run past him, kind of on the corner there, I almost run up onto the wall.
Okay, you make it.
And then just kind of catapult off the wall and land at a running pace right in front of Duke and look at him, kind of take note of how he's doing, and then quickly look and see how I can disconnect him from this situation.
All right. You definitely think you can, in fact, disconnect him, but you think it's going to take a disarm traps. You think it's going to be either a investigate check or an acrobatics check on your next turn in a full action.
Okay.
So you can either do it with your mind by being smarter than the ropes, or you can do it with your fingers and your finesse by being quicker than the ropes.
Smart
Okay.
ropes.
I'm going to try to give you guys a couple different options on a lot of these things, because I don't think it's fair that it should always be an agility thing or always be an intelligence thing. I think there's always going to be some options.
No, that's great.
So if I'm ever not giving you an option and you think you have a way to do it, let me know. We will do things like research using social skills, using charisma. Because sometimes being able to buy drinks and do stuff like that is going to be good to get information, stuff like that.
Okay.
Sweet. Sounds good.
All right,
No.
cool. All right,
Okay.
Locke, you are there. He was
So
definitely tied up. You found out he was tied up. It'll take you a full action to untie him.
okay, so realizing it's going to take me a full action, or like when you say full action, like a full turn, like no movement, just action,
Yeah,
and do it.
the
Okay.
whole deal. Yep.
So realizing it's going to take me a little bit more time, I want to turn around, unsheathing my second dagger and fling it at the shaman that I see.
Pretty sure this tower, the pillar's in the way of you and the shaman.
Oh yeah, it would be. Yeah, totally would be.
Damn it.
But I do have a little bit more of movement.
Okay.
Technically, so
Can you curve your throw there?
although
Bend the bullet around the peg.
I probably wouldn't have the wherewithal to do that. So
Yeah.
what I want to do then is just take my sack of ball bearings,
Okay.
and just toss them kind of in the general direction of the shaman and the guard.
Great. Yeah.
Quick question. He's got dark vision, so would he see more of what's over in that area or no?
Yeah, I'll open up all of that, but I mean, I honestly don't want you guys seeing it.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
You can just send him a message if there's anything interesting over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
There's all kinds of cool shit over there you can't see.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm taking the turn order and I'm blowing it up so I can't see.
There's not a whole lot. You guys are actually
can't
doing a
see
good
that.
job net metagaming this stuff, so I'm not super worried about it.
Cool.
All right, lock on an open door is done. The Shadow Knight is going to Shadow Knight some stuff. He has shot. Now he is going to bust out with his mace on the paladin. He has a distinct disdain for the paladin right off the bat. He does not hit you, so that's okay. You don't mind the disdain. In fact, it bothers you not at all.
Fuck your
The
disdain.
shaman in the back is going to drop a 2. Okay, I need dexterity checks from everybody except for Locke. Dexterity saving throws, excuse me.
That's not gonna be good.
That's not good. Way to go, Rogar.
Jack.
I'm so fast. You don't even know.
I'm sorry.
Dexterity save from Jack.
Hold on a second. Everything kind of dropped out. So what happened?
The shaman dropped a
The
dexterity
shaman
throw.
Is it's like a blob of inkiness that hits the center and spreads out and hits the 4 of you guys.
Okay, because my internet literally everything went pixelated. So yeah.
All right. If you got a DC 12 or better, you take half damage. Otherwise, 6
Negative.
necrotic damage, and you are slowed. If you made your save, you are not slowed. Slowed means half movement. Also means only movement or bonus action, or movement or attack action. So you can either move or fight.
Eesh.
Alrighty. Shaman is done. Or, excuse me, Shadow Knight is done. Dude, I skipped you. Didn't I, Raven? Decimus?
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry about that. You go ahead.
That's fine. I'm gonna shoot at the shaman,
Okay.
and
shot the sheriff.
I mean, I'm gonna shoot the fuck out of this sheriff.
But I did not shoot the deputy. I shot.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just gonna have it.
10
hit
damage
the
to
shit
the
out of
sheriff, to the shaman.
The shaman is bloodied.
Well, good, because I'm down to a single point of health.
So
Okay,
I'm
now
assuming with the
shaman
fire
stuff
blast.
happens that just happened. You guys make saves or don't make saves. Super nifty, neato face. And
Jack attack.
the shaman is backing up.
And because he is because of that previous attack, it's now either movement or action, and movement is half, correct?
For everybody except for Bertome. Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Jack attack. Yay, can't hit shit.
You do not hit that night. Okay, Jack is done. We got Rogar.
taking my axe to him.
Yeah, you hit him. 5 damage.
Brutal.
All right, he is bloodied.
We got to get you that improved critical, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
That's like your third 19 tonight.
That's a fighter thing.
Looks
Yeah,
like
that's
it.
fair.
Yeah, that was 19.
Never
I
mind.
think that was the other one. Yeah, the other one was 17. Never mind.
Bertome, give me some love.
Okay, let's, I guess, keep shooting at the knight since I can't see anyone else yet.
Hey, you're the party that has nobody turning on lights.
What? You had a guy setting everything on fire. I thought it was covered.
11 does not hit.
No, I'm going to go ahead and action surge, though.
Okay.
Is he set on fire?
Yay, awesome. Okay. I get extra misses out of action surge.
You did get an extra miss. All right, lock on an open door.
Okay, I'm gonna see the shaman kind of back up and
He is in your view. You can get him. There's just cogs and stuff that are not high enough to cause you problems.
yep, I'm gonna hesitate and think about attacking him, but I was set on getting the Duke free, so that is what I'm gonna do with my action.
All right, the Duke is free. He is unconscious, so you just have to move him a little bit to get him out of the way of the knife. And you can do all that in your round.
Okay, yeah, I would like to move him behind this pillar.
You can go 10 feet with the Duke in your round right now. So you put me where you want to go, and I'll put him right next to you. You want him here?
Yeah, I would like him right behind this pillar over here.
All right, then you got to be within 5 feet of him.
All right, I will go. Oh my gosh, sorry.
No, you're great.
There we go.
Cool. Super nifty.
And then as a bonus action, well, I'd like to continue my movement if I can, just kind of off. If I can make it there. Let's
What's
see.
your total move?
Right now it would be 30.
All right, because untying
1,
him, then
2,
moving
3.
him, you're going to do double move to move the guy.
Okay.
That's going to give 20 of your move to get him to 10 feet.
Okay, so
Probably not there.
I guess
you can
like
do 10 move, essentially. 10 spaces. Or 10 feet. Excuse me, 2 spaces.
like right. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm fighting with a very slow browser. Right there, and as a bonus action, I would like to use hide.
Oh, for sure. There's tons of gears and stuff back here. You can definitely duck into some mechanics.
Okay. That
Give
will
me
do it for me.
your stealth check. Dude, you are stealthy as hell.
I'm a black cat in a dark room. Sure I am.
All right, the Shadow Knight's going to come back after our good friend the Paladin here. Try to lay a hurt down on this fool. Does a 15 hit our Paladin-y friend?
15 should not. Nope, it does not.
Rogar, you are not making this any fun. All right, next is going to be Decimus.
Quick question.
It's going to be Bertome.
The top of
After
the
the
order
Shadow
is
Knight is
highlight.
Decimus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shouldn't
up,
the
Owen?
green highlight be on Decimus's character because it's his initiative? Or no? For some reason, I thought that moved with the initiative, but
I have no idea. I don't think it's moved since we started.
No, it doesn't move.
never mind.
Not
Yeah,
unless Andrew
so
moves it.
Andrew, unless you press the little forward arrow on the turn order
Oh,
thing, it's not going to move.
That's
Oh, look at
super
that.
neat.
That's
Whoa.
Learning about
better.
it, D&D.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa,
That's
D&D,
really
guys.
cool. All right, Decimus, you're up.
Look at that. Keeping that order going.
Dude, we missed out not having you at this last combat session. We would have been so much better last week.
True.
So, Firebolt at the Shaman.
You actually can't see the shaman, brother.
All right, well,
You don't have
Firebolt
dark
at the
vision,
Knight.
and nobody's got a candle.
Firebolt at the Knight and missed terribly.
All right, super neat. You would have missed the shaman too.
Yeah.
Less terribly, but still missed.
If it makes you feel better.
What is this fire here?
I thought
That's
I
just
lit the
Rick.
Shaman on fire after I hit him last time.
No, dude, your firebolt doesn't just light people on fire.
Anything that's not being worn or carried,
But he's wearing and carrying everything.
All of
I know.
all the stuff he's wearing and carrying.
What about the floor around him?
No, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Just trying to
No,
help
just
out.
trying.
This side of the screen, not that side.
All right.
Just trying.
For the shot.
Shammy's gonna go up, and he's actually gonna run into your stupid marbles there. So we're gonna make a reflex check and see if we get where we need to go here. Oh, dude, that is a nimble ass shaman.
Yeah, yes.
He is not happy about any of this. He is coming for our good buddy Rogar here with a touch attack. All right, Rogar, does 16 hit you?
16 is not.
Dude, you're not making this any fun at all.
It's so fun to see you miss and Steve miss and have a pillow fight.
All right,
Gotta
Jack,
have
you're
that
up.
shield, though.
Well,
Jack,
otherwise someone might
attack.
get hurt, Rick.
What's that?
They gotta have that shield, though.
Otherwise, someone might get hurt.
Jack, that is not going to make it happen.
Dude, this is
Oh.
terrible. And it's not even
No,
like my
I mean,
dice.
at least it's not just me. Rogar,
Yeah, it's-
you're up.
It's not like it's the dice. It's totally the system at this point.
This shaman wants to get up close to me. I'm gonna take the shaman down. I'm aiming for the shaman.
D&D
Oh, shit.
doesn't like you, Owen.
Dude, some days, man.
Not Jack Jack. D&D loves Jack Jack, but it hates Owen.
14 hit him
That super hits the shaman.
for 7.
All right, and I need a reflex save from you for hitting him.
Oh, that's interesting.
What is reflex?
Dexterity,
Dexterity.
I'm sorry.
Ah, shit.
All right, you take 8 lightning damage.
Shit.
Oh, snap.
Well, I'm
And-
down.
The shaman is dead.
I'm down too, though. So.
Ha ha!
The DM wanted to throw out a freaking suicide
You
bomber.
exploderated our paladin.
I did explodorate your paladin.
What the fuck, dude?
All right, Rogar, you are done. That's what you get for hitting my guy.
Fucking worth it.
Bertome, bring on the pain.
Let's keep missing this Shadow Knight. Hey, that's not.
Oh, that's not gonna
Dude, that's
miss.
a hit.
It's only 7 damage though.
All right. Shadow Knight looks a little bit wobbly. You through?
Yep, that's all I got.
Lock.
All right. Locke is going to kind of dance over the cogs as he moves across the clock face and shows up right behind this guard,
Mm-hmm.
taking one of his daggers and chucking it because he can't reach any further.
That's true. 11 is no dice on this guard.
This guy, he is very elusive.
He is super duper elusive. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Or just
All right, the
armor
Shadow
very
Knight
well.
is up. Let's go ahead and do that. But luckily, he can't hit shit either. So, all right, Shadow Knight.
I'm going to make a lot of noise from where I am before my turn ends. I'm going to go, woohoo! Hey, I'm over here.
He is hellbound on this paladin. Does an 18 hit you, Mr. Paladin?
18 hits me, but I'm already down.
Oh, you're already down.
Death
Sorry.
save.
Does 18 hit you, Jack?
Yeah.
Cool. 8 damage to you
Jesus.
as he brains you with his weapon.
I mean, I'm not sure that Jack is really going to be affected by brains.
Nice.
Touche.
All right. It is Decimus's turn.
Decimus is going
Somebody's
to
got to be able to do something to this
Fucker on
guy.
fire.
firebolt the knight. 14 miss.
Yep.
Death Knight is bloodied, correct?
Death Knight is super bloody. Jack, you are up.
Okay. Due to the law of probability, I'm going to guess that this is going to hit this time. I'm just saying.
Jinxed it, dude.
Yes! Oh, quick question. Since the shaman's down, does he still have that crazy black shit around him?
No, he does not. You can now move freely around him.
Okay.
You got places to go? Things to do?
No, I
People to see?
just want to double check. I don't think I can't do anything with my bonus action or my movement to stabilize Rodgar, so I'm good.
Yep.
Trogdor!
I figured I could try and swing and hit him. I figured I'd at least get close. Nope, just kidding.
Nope.
Done.
Maybe it's because you keep misspelling Shillelagh.
Rogar, you're up. Oh,
Death
give me a
save.
death save. Try not to die too hard.
Die in a fire, Steve.
Nicely done. You did not die hard.
Nice.
Is that a success?
Huh?
Anything over 10 is a success.
10 and above. 10 is good still, too.
All right. I
As
didn't
long as
bet.
it's double digits, you're a happy man. You got to do that 3 times. All right, Bertome. Yeah, you hit the crap out of him. All right.
Nice.
About time.
Tell me he's
He's
dead.
looking wobbly. So all you guys hitting him with physical attacks, you guys notice that he seems less affected by your slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning damages than you would expect your average human being, as if he has some sort of resistance to standard attacks.
We need to set him on fire.
Wait, we figured
I'm
this
trying.
Wait,
out now? Okay.
Honestly, nobody's asked anything about it. I eventually gave you some stuff, but he's
I'm
been
trying
doing
to
fine.
set his
I
ass
figured
on
that would have been
fire.
apparent after the first swing, so
Well, you wouldn't notice it.
Because yours is magic, dude.
oh,
Half the
And you
attacks
didn't
have
hit
been
him.
magic against him.
yeah, and apparently I didn't hit him at all, so there's
Or
that shit.
Shillelagh is magic, whatever you're
Shillelagh's magic, sorry. Yeah.
As long as you spell it right.
No, it's super magic when you don't spell it right. All right,
Dude,
lock on an open
if you want
door.
me
Go
to
ahead.
butcher it, I'll totally butcher it, and I will do that.
All right. Well, Locke would not know any of that because he has not attacked this guy. Well, he's not hit him. So he is going to run up, unsheathing his short sword and doing a running slash at his back, hoping to just completely slash his vertebrae in half. That is the hope. We're going to do it, and we're going to hit. Not with 14.
14 is not going to hit for you, brother. So close. So close. I mean, not really, but kind of.
16 is the number, right?
16 is, in fact, the number.
And I'm going to reach out with my paw and turn his face towards me and make a kissy face.
That is just too hard to ignore. So we're going to go ahead and attack Locke, the open door here. 14 against you, Locke.
That does not hit. No, that does hit. Sorry, that does hit. Yeah, sorry.
All right. Locke, you take 8 damage
Yeah, I do.
as he bashes you with his mace because he did not care for that kissy face. All right, Decimus, you, sir, are up.
I love the kissy face. I love it so much, it distracts me, and I miss the night again.
You must have been thinking about that kissy face all night because you haven't hit shit.
Bump.
There's
I
some
gotta roll an 11
weird
or higher to hit
time
him.
warp going
There
on.
he goes.
Jack, Leprechaun Club. I love it.
Chili,
Yeah.
Exactly what I was thinking it would be.
I feel like that's closer.
9 bludgeoning.
Perfect. 9 bludgeoning actually puts this Shadow Knight out of his misery.
Jesus.
Oh.
All right, guys, you are still in rounds because Rogar has to go. Jack just made his attack. Jack, you have a bonus action and a move
Movement
if you'd
action.
like to move or bonus something.
Can you bonus a baby bird?
No, negative. All of the baby birds are out. All of those have been spent. There's no
So
more
he
baby birds.
can bonus action a baby bird if he has them. I allow drinking a potion to be a bonus action.
He's out potions too.
Yeah, he's out of potions.
Shit.
Baby bird will be the same thing as a potion. So
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm out of potions too. No, I've still got 1 potion. No, yes, I've still got 1 potion. So I'll force quaff. Well, no, that's an action. Well, bonus
Force
action.
Quaff is a bonus action. Potions are bonus action in my games.
I'm going to put that as a 0. So I'm burning that. So it's a 2d4 plus what?
Should be
Plus
2d4
I
plus
think.
2.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
I get
he's not dead.
Hey, you're
I'm
up.
glad you're not dead, Rogar.
Shut it.
Oh shit.
What happened? Do we win?
Come here, baby bird.
Did we
Come here,
win?
baby bird. When you come to, I've got your head in my lap. I've got the bottle in your lips. Oh, baby bird. You're still awake, baby bird.
This is a familiar sight, apparently.
So as everyone kind of realizes we're out of things, I am going to one point at the ground and say, "Be careful! I have my balls on the floor."
Locke,
And
put your
two-
balls back in the sack.
And 2, the Duke is safe. He is behind that pillar over there, pointing it over into the dark for those of you that can't see, which is all of you.
I can't see.
There are
Um,
torch sconces and torches in them. It just seems like the Shadow Knight and the Shaman were not particularly concerned.
I'm going to firebolt one of the torches.
I'm
There
second
we
win.
go.
All right, Rick, you can do that, but to look truly badass, you have to hit a AC 10.
All right.
Otherwise, you're just
He's gonna
shooting the
miss it.
wall.
Gonna miss it. Wait for it.
A
22.
9, I bet.
He's gonna miss it.
22.
Oh.
All right,
I
22
totally
hits.
hit.
22 hits.
Snap, snap.
That'll do
We
it.
have
right.
lights.
You guys have a light.
All right.
I'll druidic the other one.
You got to walk up and actually touch it, Owen, with Druidic.
I don't have to walk up.
Well,
I
you got to
should
be
be able to
within
have-
5 feet of it. You can't do it from 30 feet across the room.
Hold on a second.
You have him here. You have him here. You have him here. And you have him here.
Range 30 feet.
Okay. 5,
If I can see it,
10,
so if
15,
it's, I can chain it off of. If I can see one from when this one's been lit, I'll just chain it off of that, and I'll shuffle my feet through the balls on the floor.
Right
Locke,
on. You can only hit this one, then, Owen. That's the only one within 30 feet of you.
With
you
this
think
one,
you can
There's
that
one
it?
here.
put your balls back in the sack?
There's one here. And then there's some on the other side.
I'll hit the one further down then, and I'll shuffle.
10. So while they're fiddling with their fire, I'm gonna scoop my balls up from the floor,
Cool.
grab my dagger,
That'd be helpful.
actually grab both my daggers that I threw,
Sure.
and
I'm gonna slowly pick up some of his balls and be like, "You drop these."
Don't forget
I'll
to
think-
cut the balls.
thank you for touching my balls.
It's okay, baby bird.
All right. Balls are getting off the floor.
Yeah, they are.
No game is safe with me.
No game is fun without balls.
Slowly start polishing the ball that's still in my hand.
I've always wanted clean balls. Never had them.
Don't you?
What's
Never
your
mind. I was going to say something about licking because you're a cat.
That's the joke.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, man. All right, so what do we see in the room now that it's lit up and there aren't any bad guys trying to murderate us?
All right. So this room looks like it's been made to be basically a torture chamber. You see these gearworks essentially have been turned into the ability to crank and kind of do a kind of pull this guy, draw and quarter him essentially with a pneumatic kind of gear. And then there's also what looks to be kind of a axe blade or guillotine blade above it that is obviously a big threat. So this looks like it's been some kind of interrogation chamber.
Is Duke Blackner awake?
He is not. You think he will require healing to get up?
All right, so I stay at 23 to stabilize.
He is stabilized.
Okay.
Stabilize is not an issue. You're going to have healing to get up.
We need to get this man to
All right,
to
I got some
medical
healing for him.
attention.
You got healing?
My lay on hands.
You can lay this guy all day long.
He's molesting him.
All right. How many hit points you give him?
I'll give him 1 for now.
1 pops him back up.
You get 1.
You stingy
Kind of a
motherfucker!
dick
Everybody
move,
gets 1.
but okay.
Okay, fine. I'll give him 2. Fine. I don't know what else we have up here, so.
That's just kind of insulting.
Ugh.
That's
Like I
so
can give you
good.
more than 1, but
No, I won't tell you. No, go away. Who are you?
Won't tell us what.
We are here to help you.
Oh,
We freed you from the contraption.
it
We
was awful.
we were sent. We were sent by the king himself.
Duke Blackner's a little bit older. He's probably in his late 50s, human. And he looks rough. Like, he looks like missing
Just like your mother
toenails
likes it.
rough. Things like that. He looks like mafia back room of a casino rough.
Like busted kneecaps and shit.
Exactly.
Mm.
He is not going to be walking out of here easily on his own volition.
Okay.
that's what we have Rogar for.
Where's Benjamin? Where's Benjamin? They had Benjamin. They were doing terrible things to him. This liquid.
Benjamin
This black liquid.
Benjamin was infected with the black.
Oh, is he your guard?
Yes, he
He's a
was.
guard.
Oh,
Benjamin
I'm
ago.
very sorry. He is no more.
He was infected with the black. He tried to attack us.
He has been my guard
I had no
for
choice.
decades. What has happened?
How did you
we
get
are
here?
we're hoping you can tell us what has happened.
So, all I know is goblins found me. Fucking goblins. You see them often enough around town, and I wasn't concerned, but they dressed very strange. Very tribal, very not in the city, if you will. And one of them stood in front of me and blasted me with this strange green orb. After that, I couldn't see. And I felt tiny hands grabbing me and binding me and carrying me away. I tried to shout, but I don't know what had happened to Benjamin, but something had happened. I couldn't shout for long. I came to in this strange room.
Do you know why they took you?
I manage all of His Highness's affairs, all of his monies.
I do understand you're the financier, but
Well, it's very strange. They demanded a key to a warehouse that's not particularly valuable. One of the king's older holdings. It keeps things from back, honestly, from the war. From when we kind of civilized this area. It's all old relics and souvenirs as far as I was concerned. Nothing that had particular dollar coin value. Otherwise, with the state of the king right now, he would have been selling it. You need
Did they
liquid
get the
assets
key?
as soon as possible. Yes. They got all of my keys.
How long ago?
4 days. A woman came up here, dressed in all black. She was the one that was doing things to Benjamin. She was very quiet. Honestly, I don't know if I ever actually heard her speak. But every time she pointed, just humanoid. I think I wasn't exactly in the best of senses.
Fair enough.
But every time she pointed, the goblins seemed to know instinctively what she needed.
Oh, that's cool.
They ran to her.
no, it's not. Shh.
So they took the keys to the warehouse, and the only other thing I know they were talking about was the library.
Was it the warehouse that was by one of the docks? Was the warehouse in the docks?
This warehouse was actually not. This warehouse is in the Merchants District.
So this is not the warehouse we were at before. This is
No.
why I was asking. Okay.
Oh no, it was not. Yeah.
Cool.
No, this is essentially antiques. It's not even multi-story. This is a small one building before the kingdom was a kingdom. This thing is old.
Certainly no antiques are the most powerful of relics.
I assume anything the king thought was powerful is with the king. I can't imagine he'd leave a powerful object in a box in a room with the merchants.
Have you seen Indiana Jones?
I have not.
Where's the
Sometimes the most valuable things are the least known for a reason.
Well, I knew
bottles, yep.
nothing about nothing, but they knew the warehouse. They knew where the warehouse without coaxing. They told me the address. They demanded everything. They took all of my keys.
Was it a highly guarded warehouse?
No, again, there was nothing there. I don't even know if there was a real guard.
Where
But
is
it
it?
was locked.
It was definitely locked.
I know. An open door with a lock is useless.
Well, I mean, it was a locked door. It was closed.
It
What's
is
the
not
address?
locked if it has a key to someone that has a key that does not need it.
Yes, I think I kind of understand what you're saying.
What's the address of
Maybe
the warehouse?
And where is this?
He'll write it down to you. It's on the street of
Cool.
Silver.
Cool.
It's one of the smaller streets in the Merchants District. The street
Did
of
you say
Silver.
the Street of Colder?
Street of Silver.
Street of Silver.
This may not necessarily be someplace we've been before, but we know how to get there. We can find it.
I'm
You know where
very
the
familiar.
Merchants District is? That was on
Very
the map.
familiar with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is where I will take you to get your meat pie, Decimus.
Other than that, the goblins talked about the library.
What library?
Library.
The only library on the islands is in the College Arcanum.
There is only one library in all of the town?
It's the only one that anybody really talks about. There's a couple religious libraries and things like that, and then there's libraries for the poor, but those are not research libraries, if you will. The only library that has ancient texts and things of
Yes,
that
only
nature is
the
in
royal would think their only thing is the thing that they go to. Yes, it is correct. Yes.
I think I'm right. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
So
They talked about the library. They said there was a book they needed.
I think we should probably get you out of here.
There were more goblins than these. If there's just this one dead, there were more.
We encountered more down below.
How many more?
So I will,
Or I think
when he says there are more goblins than these, I will go inspect the shaman
Okay.
and see if that shaman is human or of what
Goblin.
origin that shaman is.
Shaman is for sure goblin.
Shaman is for sure goblin.
I think it was 4 more goblins down below. I don't
The
remember.
shaman has some dirty kind of notes with some weird scrawlings on them, things like that.
I would like to inspect whatever he has on them.
Then he has a jade orb. And he has 50 gold pieces and 75 silver pieces, which is a whole lot of cash money for any goblin, honestly.
So he
What about
has
Benjamin? I'm sorry,
he
go
has some he has 50 gold, 75 silver, you said.
Yeah.
A
Weird
weird writing,
orb,
a jade orb.
and then some sheets with some strange writing on it.
Is it anything that I would recognize knowing knowing what I know, which is common in Tabaxi?
It is not.
Okay.
It is a very old language.
Can I see that?
Knowing that Decimus knows languages very well, I will grab the sheets and take it over to Decimus.
Okay.
And just kind of hand it to him, and like, you would know this much better than me. I like the gold, I like the silver, I like the jade, but this is not so much me.
Does the jade orb seem magical at all?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana. 21.
Your guess is there's probably something arcane about that. Based on the guy and shooting some spells out, stuff like that, you're pretty sure you saw some of the black spells he was shooting coming out of that green orb.
Cool. And then
yeah, I see Decimus look at the orb and kind of touch it to feel it. I'm like, you like it?
I'm not sure I like it, but I would like to know what it is.
Something you would like to study.
Definitely.
I like you, Mr. Decimus. You're an honorable man. He presents the orb. Consider it yours.
A bow in deference. Thank you. And then the sheets, if they are in ancient or maybe draconic.
They are in ancient.
I speak ancient.
You do. So the sheets are essentially a prayer.
Okay.
So they are a prayer to the shadow serpent.
That doesn't sound good.
That might be the statue below.
Is that the statue below?
I don't know. Give me a religion check or something. They
All
definitely
right.
didn't have a label on it.
8.
You do not
no idea.
know.
Negative.
You
Nope.
also do not know.
So this is a prayer to the shadow serpent.
I really should have taken religion. I'll try it.
If you're not trained in it, I probably wouldn't just.
Nah,
Can you
he's
roll
fine.
it without being trained?
Yeah, you can roll without being trained.
Yeah, I hear shadow serpent, and I rack my brain, and my brain has nothing.
So,
Nope.
Rogar, you're pretty sure that the shadow serpent is another name for god called Hitticron. Hitticron is the god of corruption, decay, and deceit.
That sounds like a shitty god.
God of corruption, decay.
You know, there is no such thing as a shitty god. It's just shitty followers, Decimus.
That's a fair point.
I don't know that that's true.
You say this.
Do I think...
I follow no god. I just follow that gods exist. You know, they exist, and they do what they do. And as far as I am concerned, they exist for a reason.
Are you speaking from experience?
I just know that things happen beyond human control, and the gods do what they do. I'm sure you've seen this in your time.
Well, I follow the god sets, and this rubs me the wrong way.
Andrew, do I
Everybody
think that
worships.
I'm gonna... Go ahead,
death.
sorry.
No, you're fine. Keep
I'll
going.
be right back. My mouse batteries just died.
Oh, no.
Andrew, do I think that if I keep that jade orb on my person that it's going to mess me up? Like, I saw some serious ick coming out of there. Am I worried about that at all?
I mean, you got a decent arcana. You're pretty sure he had some ick spells. You don't know that the orb did anything particularly icky.
Okay,
But you're not positive that it didn't either.
that's fair. If I'm
You
not,
just don't think it did.
as long as I don't think that it did, I'm going to keep that on my person and try and just, like, study it and figure out what it does. If it's a spell focus or what. So,
Cool.
Do you want me to take a look at it?
sure. I mean, if you think you can beat a 21 Arcana.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic as a Furbolg.
Cool.
I think I've got it loaded in my spells.
It is for sure magic.
Does it give me the aura of what school or no? I know.
It's
I'm
not a
sorry.
spell. It does not. I mean, kind of evocation, maybe.
It's kind of like evocation, Ned. That's all I've got, but it is magical.
If you
Sweet.
need me to burn a, no, what's it called here?
Don't worry about
Steve,
it.
evocation is a
Makes
spell,
sense.
right? Spell
Yeah.
school, right?
I think
All
so.
right,
Yeah.
That's
Just
my
making
spell
sure.
school.
Just making sure.
That's my
I
spell
never
school.
know anymore. They keep
Yeah.
changing shit.
Crap.
Yeah. Oh, and so while that spell goes off, I mean, you can hold it for a little while. You will notice that the
true.
long knife that Steve had on his belt is also glowing.
Okay. I kind of walk over to you, Steve. That looks magic too. I guess it's so I can concentrate. Is there anything else in the room that's magical?
In this room, no.
Okay.
There's a door back here now.
I was saying we knew the long knife was magical.
What's the school, if there is a school, Andrew? I mean, do you know anything beyond just that it's magical, Steve?
No, I just know it's.
That's what I thought.
I have magic long knife written down. I mean, it's probably enchantment.
Yep.
M for masterwork magical. Yes.
It is for sure enchantment.
Okay.
Are you guys going to go through the next door?
Oh,
I'm.
I was holding on to this for lock, wasn't I?
I don't know.
It's true.
Yes, you were holding on to it for lock.
I don't know.
Since it's written down in my gear and not in my weapon,
Because you don't want a short sword.
and I don't use knives. We have this magic long knife that we have no idea what it does.
You should probably wait till he puts his headset back on.
That might help.
Yeah.
Hello, 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 hello.
If we're waiting for that, I might need to use a restroom break real quick if we got a shot.
Lock.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
We got a present.
Yeah. We found you something.
Oh, for me?
So I hand over a long knife.
A long knife.
It's magical.
It counts as a short sword. It just has a cutting edge on only one side.
I love all the things you're telling me right now.
It kind of looks like a kukri, but not all the way bent.
Nice.
Okay, batteries are back in business. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're fine.
So I'm not sure I want to go through this door over here. Be with my one health and my buddy over here who's basically unconscious with 1 health point, Duke Blackner.
He has 2 after the generous paladin.
Duke Blackner has more health than I do, so maybe he and I can stay back behind and not die.
If you want me to go through the door, I will happily go through the door. I love doors. They lead to places I do not know. I'm curious about places I do not know. Allow me to go to the door and check it out.
I think maybe you should do that. Maybe I'll stand back over here.
So again, very cautiously but eagerly approach the door and checking for anything that might harm me.
Stand in front of the Duke.
Door. Watch out for splinters. They do
Give me
hurt.
an investigation, brother. All right, the door seems clean, but it does seem locked.
All right, I would like to attempt to use my thieves' tools to unlock it.
Cool.
Is that just a straight dexterity?
Plus proficiency if you're proficient.
Okay. All right, so that would be +5.
You don't think that's gonna do it?
Maybe Rogar can knock it down with his axe.
Yeah.
I try real hard to get this open, but I'm a little too concerned with the knife that was just given to me. And I turn and say, Dragon Man, maybe you can bust this door down with your hulking might.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
And start just looking at the knife that I was given.
Well, let me try my lockpick on this. I'm gonna give it a strength check.
Go ahead and make it athletics.
Athletics.
All right, this is clearly not a particularly new building, and a 15 strength definitely budges that door through. That lock will never lock again. So you have
Fuck out of that lock.
picked the F right out of that, and in front of you, you see what looks like an undisturbed area. It actually doesn't look like anybody's been here in a very, very long time. In here is a small chest, a handful of barrels and vials, and then a couple weapons on a rack.
Well, I'll step
Send
inside.
in the rogue.
Nothing blows up when you step in the room.
That's weird.
Same say.
That's a first for the day.
I'll step right in with
Where's
them,
the rats? Bad rats. Bad rats.
What's in there, you guys?
I see some weapons on the wall.
Do these weapons look nicer than they should have, being left alone for a very, very long time?
Take a look at the weapons.
They do not, Steve.
Okay.
I'm still concentrating. Can I peer through the door after?
Move out of the way here.
Yep. You can do whatever you want.
Magical go.
Okay, there are definitely a couple of vials that look like they have faint magic to them.
Okay.
Probably potions of some sort.
Hopefully healing.
I think we need those. I start pointing at the vials that seem magical.
Yep, you're going to find 4 different vials.
Give them to me. I will check them out.
What's the chest made out of?
The chest is made out of a sturdy wood with big-time iron banding.
It's a mimic.
Oh my god. Shut up, Rick.
No magic.
So the vials were the only thing outside of the chest that was magical, correct?
They didn't say the chest was magical.
Yeah, so no magic inside the chest?
I'm
if you
pretty sure
open
I
the
can't
chest, you'll know
penetrate
one
the
way or
chest.
the other.
It takes 3 feet of wood to block the spell.
Oh, okay, there's definitely some magic inside the chest.
I think there's something
Or
in the chest.
An inch
If
of
you
lead.
want to unlock it
An
as
sheet
I
of
step
lead.
back out of the room.
Yeah, it's 3 feet of wood, a foot of stone, an inch of metal, or a thin sheet of lead.
It's clearly lead-lined, you son of a bitch.
Could be.
Might want to check the treasure chest as I step back out of the room.
Gonna Arcana check the vials with a 24.
Okay.
Really? How are you going to do that? Did you move up to me? Because it certainly doesn't see that way on the map.
I thought you were gonna give them to me. I'm sorry.
I'm not pitching them to you, dude.
All right. Well, I'm staying back here with the Duke.
He's
Can I
like
see the
squinting
vials,
at him.
please? Thank you,
Jesus.
Jack.
Frickin' baby birds. Gah. Gotta do everything for them. I hand you the vials and I start sauntering back towards the door.
Steve, are you opening up the chest?
I'm gonna ask Glock if he would like to take care of that.
Yeah, if you're asking me from that room, I do not hear you. I am 100% intent on the knife that is in my hands. I am
Don't
inspecting
cut
it
yourself. It's
and-
sharp.
and kind of like I'm just like very intently looking at the blade, at the edge, at like if there's any engravings. I'm looking.
Dude, it is cool looking. It is very, very old. It's a weapon style you don't see a lot. You don't get a lot of one-edged short swords essentially anymore because it's not a particularly effective weapon. It's not going to cause you any problems, clearly, but it's just not technologically advanced enough for what you're going to normally see here. So this
Told
is
you.
super old. It's got all kinds of veining in it that's all like silver veining in the handles. The handle itself is made of some sort of antelope type horn. And the blade itself is a nicely polished steel with hints of silver filigree that just kind of change, almost give it a kind of a monotone kind of vibe, monochromatic kind of vibe. Very cool, nice blood well on the side of it. Obviously a weapon made for fighting.
Cool. Yeah. So unless like someone comes up and taps me, I'm in it.
It's also cool to the touch.
Ah, cool to the touch. Nice.
Colder than a normal weapon would be, or a normal metal.
I noticed
Your
he's like
hands don't seem to heat it
intently.
up.
I know he's intently trying to like flip it around and everything. I kind of lean over, be over his shoulder, tap him, be like, "Don't touch yourself."
Oh, what? Did you need me? I'm sorry. This is beautiful.
Don't cut yourself.
I have not cut myself in 9 days. 9 days. I've not cut myself. You do not have to worry about that.
Oh, baby bird. I worry about a lot.
My dear mother, did you need me for something?
Not I. I do believe that. The hell is Steve's name?
Bertome.
Bertome wanted you for something. Well, I can't see them on the. Yeah, so Bertome, go.
There appears to be a locked chest, or a chest in there that presumably locked. I guess I've actually not checked.
Oh, Bertie. What are
Bertie?
What are you calling for me?
Bird.
Seems like that might be your area of expertise.
Oh, I'm quite sorry. I was quite entrenched in this beautiful blade. Let me go check. Yes.
Might be something more beautiful inside.
So I will look upon the chest, clearly asking Bertome if he has checked the locks or anything like that.
I have not.
But yeah, I will inspect.
I don't even know what that means.
I will inspect the chest, looking in the lock, doing my thiefly, roguely duties.
Thiefly.
Give me that investigate.
And I will not investigate very well.
All right, you are pretty sure it is locked.
I'm pretty
You're
sure
not
it's
positive.
It may or may not be locked. I don't know.
So I'm gonna assume it's locked because that's if it has a lock, it is probably locked because that's my name. And so I'm just gonna go at it with my thieves' tools and try and unlock it, whether it's locked or not. Just
Cool.
Hello. I leveled up and I found something. What's going on?
Good timing.
Oh, you pop that son bitch open.
how's that?
You unlock the chest.
So I'll pop the chest, flick the lid open, and just kind of stand back and say, "Bertie, it's all yours, sir."
All right, as you flick the lid open, a gas escapes the chest.
Oh yeah.
Run away.
So, Owen, put yourself back there. Knock it
No.
off.
I was moving after he flipped the lid, not before.
You were right
The whole reason
there
I
as
moved
you
back.
were saying I flipped the lid. There's none of that. You are where you are when he's talking. All right, the people in the tiny room are going to need to give me a wisdom save.
Here it goes. Oh, what will?
Oh, sorry.
Will, sorry,
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Owen?
Jack.
You guys both make the save. You guys are going to take half of this. Half of 3. So big ups for you guys. And you feel incredibly drowsy, but you're able to shake it off. You're able to kind of push through it. But the room is staying pretty well fogged up.
I'm
So
gonna
we're going to
start.
go in kind of a modified initiative order. I'm going to let Jack and Locke go first, and then anybody else can jump in after that.
Right. What appears to be magical in the chest?
So you're going to sit and look in the chest as the fog that's slowly killing you and making you drowsy is in the room?
Dude, whatever.
Does that take an action?
All right, you get disadvantage on perception to see into the chest because it's foggy, literally emanating from what you're looking into.
It's like trying to check the meat when the grill is smoking.
It's like opening the pot as it's boiling.
But anything he cares about in the pot is emitting an aura.
There is definitely a magical
Bingo.
circle in there somewhere. You can't tell what it is.
Okay. Great. Moving on. There's something magical in there.
It's a magical
so,
circle. It's not something magical. It's a
Did
circle.
you not grab it?
I didn't grab shit.
Couldn't fucking see it.
Deal with the fog.
So, being like right there, the first thing I'm going to do is just reach in and grab the first thing I find.
Okay, so you're probably going to end up grabbing something larger.
Okay.
So you come out with a cylinder essentially.
A cylinder. Okay.
You can't see what it is right here.
The
You
large
got to get the
phallic
fog out of the room
object.
before I'm going to tell you much
Okay.
more.
So yeah.
Is the cylinder emitting the gas?
So I grab whatever the first thing I grab it, and then I dive towards the door
Okay.
and get the fuck out.
Slam into Bertome.
All right.
Hey, Bertrand, what's going on? I'm going to have to roll a concentration check. My bad.
All right, you get out.
All right. And I like as I get out of the room, I look at what's in my hand.
Okay. So it kind of reminds you of
That's
like
not
a
it.
Chinese firework. So kind of
It's the gas.
large, about a 6-inch diameter, 8-inch diameter, and inside it are essentially tiny rockets.
Is that like the popper that the King's Majordomo gave us?
It's a little bit like that, only it looks like a militarized version.
Oh, dear God.
Kind of like a mortar type thing, maybe.
Kind of like a mortar. It's essentially got 4 little rockets in it.
Does it look like it would work effectively with my firebolt?
You think your firebolt might blow the whole thing up.
Exactly. Like in somebody's face.
It could blow it up in somebody's face.
Alley-oop, Block. Next time we get into combat.
So I like you guys see me like leaping headfirst out of the door, coughing and wheezing and doing that cat thing.
So funny. I just kind of walked out, and he's like, "Oh, a combat roll."
But in my hands, I have this thing, and I'm like, eh? Is it? Eh?
Put yourself where you are. Lock.
Assume it's not magical.
So I would assume it's right where Bertome is. It's similar positioning.
If you didn't push through him, you pushed him back. Maybe.
I wouldn't care if he were there or not. I would just go there. That's
All right.
what I would do.
Yeah, you'll just have disadvantage to combat-like things. You're not in combat. You're fine. Anybody else going to jump in?
Can I roll Arcana to see if it's a magical mist?
It's not magic. I assume the mist wasn't
Sure.
magical because I could see the circular object.
Is it magic?
It seems to be alchemical.
Okay. It's not magic.
I look at the thing in Locke's hand. I assume it's not magical, correct?
It The only thing that was magical was the circle you saw in there, and that is not part of the circle. Circle's smaller than your fist.
Does it seem like it's going to dissipate if we wait it out, or does it seem like the fog is lingering?
I don't know. How good are you at fogs and alchemical things? Give me a some other kind of roll.
Fair enough.
Give me a nature roll.
Nature?
For alchemical, yeah.
15.
How about a survival?
You think it'll dissipate eventually, but not right away. All right. Anybody else have something going on? Survival? You think it'll dissipate eventually, but not right away.
Is eventually?
I'm gonna take a very deep breath and just walk in, and then stick my hand in, grab what was magical, and then walk back out.
Do I remember there being some sort of mirror or like window? I mean, sorry, not mirror. I don't know why I said mirror.
Window.
Well, so Owen, it's not your turn yet.
Oh, sorry.
Everybody that's other than you and Locke get to go first.
Sorry.
So there aren't any windows because we're in the clock tower still.
Correct.
Gotcha.
There's no windows in the clock face, right?
There are some small doors for repair, but there are no windows. And you've already done what you can this round with your 2 different Arcana checks and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
You've been being a smart man for this round. So the gas is going to spread. So everybody within 10 feet of the door, which is Jack, Locke, and Rogar,
Shit.
I need a wisdom save.
Fuck.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. All right, you all make it. Nobody's asleep. You take half of 5 damage. You take 2 damage.
I'm dead.
Ooh, that's real bad.
Oh, jeez.
Jack's down.
Jack down. Jack
Half of 5
down.
damage?
2.
Yeah, dude. I'm totally down.
From 2?
But -1
I mean, there's 0.
or 0. However you want to look at that.
It's definitely 0, not -1. All right, Jack
Maybe
and
you get
Locke,
one health
you're up.
point from. Maybe you get 1 health point from the paladin.
From the stingy ass paladin.
From the stingy
Stingy.
Now
motherfucker
you're
in the chainmail.
saving my fucking touch your hands, aren't
It's
you?
a good thing he saved some of his points now, isn't it?
All right,
Fuck you,
Jack,
baby.
I need a death
Sure.
save from you. Locke, you got to tell me what you're up to.
I just I take what's in my hand, the cylinder object, and just throw it to the side and
That's 3
run
successes.
to the very farthest wall, straight ahead, just pushing Decimus to the side, coughing and wheezing and
Perfect, you make it. All right, Owen is surviving. And Owen is close enough to the
successes.
ground now where he doesn't seem like he's breathing in more of the gas.
3 successes. Does it get me back up or no?
What is
Huh?
that? How'd
You only
three
get
successes?
1 attempt on your turn.
I had 2 from previous.
No,
It
it starts over.
restarts when you take damage again, when you die again.
Oh, okay.
Your death saves don't carry over.
And 3 just stabilizes you.
Yeah, and 3 just makes
Okay.
it so you're not dying anymore.
That's fine. I'll take the stabilization.
But you're not stable either.
Correct. It resets.
Rogar, what you got for me?
if only
Alright.
it were with
I shift right here for a second and lay on hands to
PNG.
get him up. I'm just going to spend the rest of my points, so I got 3 left. Get him back up.
What'd you give me?
3.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
Now I'm going to keep moving back.
All right.
15, I think.
Anybody else want to go?
Yeah. So you said there were doors or something in the clock?
Yeah, there's little Jack, you can't move yourself. You had your turn for the death save.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was your round this round. Yeah, there are little doors, Steve.
Okay, I'm gonna start opening them.
Okay, you can get all of them open this round, and they're big enough that a person can get in.
Yeah.
You think it's going to give you a steady enough breeze that the gas is not going to expand out of where it is right now.
Where are the torches on this wall over here? Are they lit?
No one has lit the torches on this wall, so I mean, honestly, you're
Okay.
kind of in the dark.
I just want to make sure this gas wasn't gonna like explode in our face. You guys say that I burned stuff down, but I was thinking about trying to stop it from happening this time.
We appreciate
For the
that.
record.
That's kind of you.
I'm going to attack Decimus because he's obviously an evil duplicate.
Fair enough.
Well played.
I'm going to drag the Duke Blackner as far away from the gas and towards the open
He can move.
windows.
He's with you. He's gone.
Oh, okay. He's not still like incapacitated or whatever.
So he's hobbling. His knees are broken. His legs are fucked up. Rogar healed him a little bit, but he is not going to be quick. He's going to be about half movement compared to a normal human.
I'm gonna do what I can to
heavily
help him.
lean on some stuff.
I'm gonna do what I can to help him. All I'm gonna
Okay.
do is move and make sure he gets as far, and myself as well, get as far away from this fucking gas as possible.
All right. There's only one person still in the radius, so Owen, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Thanks for dragging me out, guys. Really appreciate that.
Isn't he still low enough?
Oh, I guess yeah. You're still prone. You're okay. You're
Army
still
crawl
prone.
out.
You haven't stood up. You're okay.
Army crawl out, dude.
So Jack, it is your turn.
Well, I guess I'm armor crawling out.
All right. Give me an
Half
acrobatics of 10 to make sure you stay low enough.
Okay. Can it be in athletics?
Nope. Acrobatics. You got to be belly on the ground. You're good. You get out. Everybody's fine. Stuff dissipates in about a minute. With the windows and doors open, with the little doors and the clock face open, it does not expand out past where it is right now.
Okay.
And eventually it all just kind of dissipates, so you're good to go.
I just look at everybody and say, sorry, everybody. I got a little bit ahead of myself opening the chest.
We all get a little ahead of ourselves sometimes when it comes to big chests.
Yeah. We all get a little handsy.
So
Wow.
inside the chest of average size, you're going to find the 4-rocket mini bazooka. You're going to find what Owen pulled out, which is a circular timepiece. Looks like a watch. You're going to find 150 gold.
Locke, you got that gold written down?
150
50
gold.
silver. And hold on, I think there's something else.
Yes.
And an ebony frame that you'd say is probably worth about 100 gold. Has a picture of somebody's dear old ma in it.
Do we know whose dear old ma this is?
It
Can I
looks
roll
like an old
history to
picture.
find out?
Sure, go ahead.
14.
You guess it's whoever took care of this place years ago, back when it was in the Merchants District.
Okay.
Cool.
And then on the weapons rack, you can get pretty much any basic weapon you want. If you feel like you're missing something or need a backup weapon, chances are it's there.
Are there slings, maybe?
Yeah, you can definitely get a sling.
Cool. Sling and bolts. Sweet.
I'm gonna be slinging Locke's balls.
I do not appreciate the verbal slang that you use, Rick.
Sorry.
That was a yes.
That was
So-
insensitive of me. I'm sorry.
Do you guys want to try to rest here, or do you want to make it? Do you want to get out of the tower before we rest?
I really believe we should get the fuck out of here before something else happens.
The Duke
Wait.
completely agrees. He goes, I don't know where that shadow monster went, but there was some kind of shadow monster here, and it's not here anymore.
Yeah, we should leave.
And
All right,
I
let's
guess I'll get 20
GTFO.
bolts.
As shitty
What
as
did I
I
get?
feel, this is not the place to rest.
You just barely got hurt, crybabies.
I have 1 health, yo.
All right, you guys get outside, and outside is everything you saw previously. It's a completely empty kind of religious area with a whole lot of nothing going on the streets.
What was the god's name on the with the serpent prayer?
Kasith. Oh wait, what are you talking about?
The serpent prayer that I have, the written prayer.
Hitokron. It's the god of deception, lies, corruption. He's like the guy, a god of thieves and politicians and shit like that.
Okay. We should probably find the nearest inn and hole up there for at least long enough to take a rest.
I mean, we are in. I feel like we're out of the tower. We are in town. We should get somewhere we know, we are familiar with. The additional time it will take us to find an inn versus the time it takes us to get somewhere we know.
So you are here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the first time anyone other than Locke has been on this island. And this is basically...
Hasn't Jack been in Talvar as well?
Jack, were you from Talvar?
I did not specify, so I will say no at this point. Because
Okay.
I figured that since you were an urban druid, you had been in here. Okay.
That would have been my intent, but I did not solidify that.
You can
before
be.
this
That's
point.
fine. I don't mind.
No, that's fine. Then yes.
Dude, we're early enough. You can be from Talvar. In the religious area, you know there are definitely inns and such, but you guys don't. You guys have those rockets essentially to call your boat, but that's all you got.
Do we want to whistle up Captain Friend?
I recommend us get to the market district where I have many friends.
So the market district is literally...
It is across the bay, right? It's over by the Three Arches.
Yes, by the Three Arches. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying? Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Probably
There
stop
are,
that cleric at some point around here if we can try to get that.
Well, and the Duke will tell you, he's like, I can get you to a place. We can get a boat if you want to go to the center island. We can get a boat. I'm sure I can find someone.
let's get to the docks.
You know, I think we should at least get to the docks and figure out where we want to go from there, whether it's the market district or the center island where the king resides. I'm not sure which is safer. As we know, the king's palace is not as safe as they may want to believe it is.
I live by the market district, but as you can imagine, my guards are not as plentiful as they once were, and with Benjamin's death, I am definitely not whole when it comes to security.
You know, there are few people in my life that I trust more. There are three people that I trust, and as my mother, my father, and a close confidant. And in the market district, is one of my closest of confidants.
Can they get us hidden? Can they hide us?
I can't guarantee that, but I do not trust anyone more than Talon.
So you do know that to get to the market district from here is going to be a few hours.
On a boat? Or
Yeah, it's definitely a boat.
You can't get there any other way than a boat.
right, but it's not going to like take a few hours for a boat to show up and then we leave.
The travel time by itself will take about 3 hours.
Totally.
Locke's not concerned about getting a boat, though.
Okay, well let's do that.
Okay, so you're going to go 3 hours in the open, in the water.
If we're killing time, I'm
Right
gonna try
now.
and talk to some of the pigeons and rats to see if there's anything that had been suspicious in our area besides what we had done, just to kind of get the lay of the land.
Greenskins everywhere.
I mean, are you guys worried about getting attacked on the boat?
We have
Dude,
to
I'm
get
always
on a
paranoid.
boat anyway. whether we go to the center island or whether we go to the market district, we have to go on a boat. It is a matter of whether we want to get the Duke to where he needs to go, back to the king first, or whether we want to get somewhere safe that we know is safe.
The warehouse is also in the market district, the Duke will tell you.
Let's go to the market district.
Yeah. Though it was probably ransacked 4 days ago, but it's still worth checking out.
Yeah, definitely worth checking.
This is very true.
So are you healing at all, or are you just going on with like 1 hit point under this boat?
I'm going to drink the healing potion.
Are we able to do a short rest on the boat?
You can do a short rest right now, wherever you want to do a short rest.
You can do a
Definitely
short
on the
rest
boat.
as long as we don't get attacked in the first hour on the boat.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm not going to drink the healing potion. I'll just roll hit dice.
All right, so you're all getting on the boat like you are right now.
Yep.
Apparently.
Okay.
I'm not rolling hit dice until the DM tells me it's okay.
All right, you guys are good to roll hit dice.
Okay.
So there's a house rule I have. If anybody has the medicine skill, you can do a medicine check while people are doing hit dice. And that medicine check will allow them to re-roll 1s or 2s depending on how high your medicine check is.
Not today.
That is not good enough. Yeah, there's nothing sadder than rolling hit dice and rolling a 1.
I'll throw both of mine then.
I can't see my
So-
token, but I would update it if I could. So
Yeah, we're.
Sorry, I'll bring you back.
that's fine.
I think I had
Bring
2
it back
health
to the
left.
back
I think
Good,
that's-
I wasn't keeping track of my HP on my sheet. I was keeping track of it on my actual character.
yeah, I'm at 16 now.
You're right back, guys. You're there. All right. We are going to stop this game in the middle of the water before you have reached your goal without anything other than this very short rest and whatever hit dice you were able to spend. And we'll see what happens next time.
I got a spell slot back, so that's cool.
So the Duke actually has a little bit of time on the boat. He will cast Identify for you guys. The Duke's got a little bit of arcane ability. So
Can
he
you
will
tell me what this
identify
jade orb is?
1 item.
Ooh.
So feel free to use the chat over the next 2 weeks. Talk about which 1 item you're going to get identified for free. And then you'll have to figure out how to get whatever else you may or may not get identified taken care of.
So we had the knife, we had the orb, and we had the
The
watch.
timepiece.
The pocket watch, yeah.
For me, it's between the orb and the timepiece.
My vote's the timepiece.
I was going to say, it seems like the knife is the most pressing, since that's probably going to actually.
Yeah, this is more.
I'll just use the knife until I figure out what it does.
I mean, it's probably just like +1, but if you're going to be using it, it feels like it's worth knowing what it.
I mean, it might fuck me in the end, but yeah, it could be cursed. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like you're dealing with anything from the Shadow Realm or anything like that. So
No,
I
not at
wouldn't
all.
sweat it too much.
Not at all.
They normally use good shit.
But I think a timepiece and a jade orb, those are just those. At least to me, those are more interesting objects than a dagger.
I agree. They're probably a lot more interesting, but I feel like from a practical standpoint, it's more important to know what it does.
I'm leaning more towards the orb myself. I saw a shaman holding it. I want to know what that is.
I'm going to tell you, Locke does not consider tactical at all. That is not his first, not the first thing in his mind.
Fair enough.
Timepiece, knife, and orb. I'm leaning towards the orb, but
I mean, I'm cool with the orb because I think I might be able to use it, but I am most interested in the timepiece because of the guard around it.
Uh-huh.
So
point being, yeah, good
you
point.
Yeah.
don't guard something that jealously if it's not important.
Well, and for Locke, it's like a timepiece. I would think is much, 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 much more rare than an orb.
So
Or
in
dagger,
your
or a
day and
long
age,
dagger.
where you're at, timepieces are not incredibly rare. They're rare, like the upper crust rare, but your guess is most nobles have at least one.
Okay.
Well, I thought the more rare piece would be the long dagger because of we're in more of a tech centric.
Well, the long dagger is definitely the oldest thing you have.
Sure.
And it's silver, so maybe it'll be used against some of those undead motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like
Silver veining.
the
And
time
the antelope hilt is very beautiful.
I mean, it's so veiny.
Jesus, shut up, you.
All right. Stopping the stream. Good night, Twitch.